very diverse crowd tonight, I think. White folks, clap it up!
Yeah!
You guys are gonna hate this set. So obviously, I am a child of Chinese immigrants. My mom is one of those weird immigrants who like to think she's the expert at a lot of different things, and she has weird life hacks, right? So when I couldn't see, it wasn't like, oh, let's get Betty some glasses. The thing she said was, why don't you eat more carrots? So yeah, she basically tricked me into eating more of a vegetable I hate. So thanks. And you know, my mom was also very strict, but she found a way to tell me she loved me in her own way by, you know, saying, "You're a failure." So when I fell in love for the first time, I told the guy, like, "You're an idiot," which in my culture is basically a proposal. So I'm not sure why. And I tried to get him back by saying, "You'll never amount to anything." Well, yeah, unfortunately that didn't work out. And you know, heartbreak at such a young age is pretty rough. So when especially, you know, when you're not actually supposed to be dating, right? So when my mom saw me crying one day, she's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm crying because I ate all those carrots and, you know, I still can't see." So, yeah. I would like to think that I look pretty young, right? At least I still feel pretty young, and it has its perks. A couple years ago, I was on a business trip with a bunch of older white European men, and we were at a hotel, and some woman pulls me aside, and she's like, "Kiddo, are you okay?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm good. You know, I'm just a mail order bride." And I'm not a kiddo, I just turned 17. So yeah. I have 3 sisters. So it's 4 daughters total from my mom. Usually when strangers hear that for the first time, they're like, "Wow, 4 daughters." And you know, my mom's brain is going, "Wow, 4 disappointments." Yeah, and usually with 4 daughters, it's you know, you have to find creative ways to save money, and my mom did that. You know, she would one summer she signed us all up for Christian day camp to get free lunch, and then on Sundays we drive 2 hours to go to the Buddhist temple to pray to Buddha and then have a free meal there. And then we also went to the Church of Cannabis. They had I don't remember what they did there, but they had free brownies. So yeah, religion at such a young age had such a profound impact. I mean, people are like, "What do you believe in now?" And I'm like, "Well, it's whoever's offering me free food." So, you know, if Christians are offering me free turkey, it's like, "Well, thank you, Jesus." Buddhists are offering free fried rice. I'm like, "Praise Buddha." Sheiks are offering free lentils. Well, get me a head covering. You know, Scientologists offering me free cookies. I'm like, all right, let me leave my dignity behind and start worshiping. So yeah. My mom is very interesting. She likes to, she's a very traditional Asian, and she likes to embrace a lot of stereotypes, actually. She's actually good at math, and she's a crappy driver. She once kicked Chuck Norris's ass. She runs a sweatshop, which is the 4 daughters, and she's a ninja. Obviously, I'm just kidding. She's actually bad at math. But yeah, my mom's also traditional in the sense that she's a little bit racist, and I always do try to call her out on her racism, right? One time we're in a car and I honked at someone, and she's like, "Don't honk. What if it's a black guy with a gun?" I'm like, "Whoa, Mom, that's racist. He could also be a Hispanic with a gun." Point being, the drive-through line at In-N-Out sucks. Yeah, people are usually shocked though when I tell them my mom actually has a black best friend. They're like, "Wow, did they meet in the welfare line? So, yeah, I grew up in the poor part of town in San Francisco. For you rich folks out there, that's usually called the ghetto or the hood. And there's a difference. The hood is where the blacks, the Hispanics, and the Asians live. And the ghetto is where the white trash lives. And I'm from the generation that uses the term ghetto, but here around here, you guys probably know that as Anaheim. So while I grew up in the hood, I didn't go to school in the hood. I went to school on the other side of town, in a really nice neighborhood. I went to one of the best high schools in the country, actually. Produced CEOs, pioneers, and me. And I include me in that list because I have the honor, the accolades, the recognition of being the first person to ever fail pre-calc. And I was the first Chinese person to get a D in Chinese, which is weird because I usually go for white guys. So yeah, high school was a very interesting time. It was the first time I experienced all these different things outside of the hood in a rich area. People were actually paying for lunch instead of getting free lunch. People were getting driven to school in these fancy cars, and there's this phenomenon I experienced called white people. It was just very interesting to me. I mean, these guys, their EBT cards had Visa on it. They, instead of shopping at the Dollar Tree, they shopped at this place called Target. And yeah, they always seem to, the cops always seem to let them go. And and they're fascinating to me, and I wanted to be friends with them. So I tried a couple different lines. I'd be like, well, what age were you when you first got mugged? How do you sleep through the gunshot noises at night? And so I tried something a little bit unconventional, right? So I was like, look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to be my friend, would you capture it or let it slip? Yo, my palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's coming down my sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd, oh so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking now. Everybody's choking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over. Blow.